Hey guys, welcome to SubHub Grading, SubHub Sports Cards. Today we're looking at this Kyler Murray Silver Prizm. We're going to go ahead and evaluate it, look it over, and crack it out. So I've already kind of looked at it through the case. Um, there are a couple little things that I see, but nothing major. We're going to try to send this one. I think the customer is going to send this one to PSA. So corners look pretty nice and sharp. They look good here. There is a little piece of like white fuzz hanging off that bottom corner that we will get rid of. And then other than that, it looks pretty good. The surface looks good. It already graded 9.5 centering, 9.5 edges, 9.5 corners, and 10 surface. So just because it graded that doesn't mean that's what the card is. So we're going to crack it out and take a look at it just to make sure. So bear with me here. When you crack your card out, you kind of just want to clip the edge like that on a 45-degree angle. Then this just slides right out. And then you take your flathead screwdriver. Make sure that you're going horizontal and not vertical, because if you go vertical, there's a good chance that your screwdriver will slip in there and damage the card. So you're going to go in through the side and you just kind of lift up, twisting the screwdriver all the way to the very end. And once you have it open, like about that far, you want to just grab it and push down with your fingers, and the top lid will pop right off. So that's how you can remove a BGS card safely. BGS is nice because they put it inside this plastic holder, which you don't have to worry about scratching or anything like that when you're taking it out. After that, we're going to just lightly tap it down so there's a little space above. And we're going to go ahead and use our scissors and just cut right along the top there. Want to make sure that you do not touch the card edge. There should be a little space above. And then sometimes you'll get sticking. This one opened right up, so no problem. We just kind of push from the bottom, get it up a little bit so that we're not touching the surface of the card, and pull it out by the edge there. Alright, so looking at this card, you can see that they gave surface a 10, but I see a little cloudiness here. I see something up here. So, I mean, it just goes to show you, just because your card is graded pristine or a 10 doesn't mean that's always the case. There's also a little dimple right next to the Kyler in the black there. I don't know, you can kind of see it right there. You can see it. It's right in the middle of the black. That actually maybe looks like there's another something right there. It doesn't look like a dimple on the right side, but the left side is definitely a dimple. You can see it really good right there. So this surface got a 10, and already we see two areas, actually 3 areas, one here, one up here, and then that small dimple there. Hopefully the back is clean. So the back also has a print line that runs all the way down it. And then we have at the top there, can't tell if that's the edge. Looks like the edge is a little rough on the top there. These Prizms are really tough to grade. But other than that, the surface looks good. There's no indents on the back that I can see. I mean, there's a little tiny one right up here. You can see it just to the right of his helmet. And there's a little mark right here, which should wipe off. So that is our first look at the Kyler. I'll go ahead and wipe it down, see if we can get all this stuff off. You don't want to use any wax or any chemicals on the card. For one, it can get kicked back and deemed as altered. And the other reason is you don't want to put any chemical substance on top of your card. So we're just going to wipe this down and we'll see what happens here. Let's see. Alright, so just with a quick wipe down, and you want to kind of just lightly go around the edge there because we don't want any of that fuzz sticking around there. I'm also going to wipe the edges, not the edge themselves, but just around the card where the fingerprints would be. And then we'll take another look at it here. So definitely the top area cleaned up well. Once we did that, you can see there is a little bit of a print line. It's right up on top there. This cloudiness is gone. This dimple obviously will not go away with any service, but let's see if this will wipe off. Alright, so just with a little hot breath on there, that mark down in the black went away. So that's good. Now we have our surface that looks much, much nicer. We'll take a look at the back here. Also, you'll notice just by wiping down the edge just a little bit that that bottom white piece that was there is gone now. Just a little fuzz hanging on the corner. So after that, we're gonna wipe down this edge on top, as it looks like the edge itself. Let me get my scope out here. Yeah, so the edge itself is not really damaged. There's like a little white line under the edge. It looks like very tiny scratches when you look at it through the scope. I wonder if I can show that to you. Let's see. So I can't really get it as good as if you're holding it to your eye, but you can kind of see that there. There's just all these little minor scratches on these Prizm cards. You can see that or not. So take in mind, this surface got a 10 at BGS. You can also see like the tiniest imperfections, like this bottom corner. It's not perfect. And it's so hard these days, especially with PSA being more strict and BGS is strict on certain things, and just really the corners look really good actually. This little corner down here should not affect the grade. I can't get it to focus, but we want to see those little tiny white hairs. Kind of just want to smooth them out a little bit, lay them down. And that's our Kyler Murray. So I'm going to wipe down the back again like I did on the front. And see if that does anything for this top edge. I don't think it will. Now I have different types of cloth that I use. I use about 4 different types of microfibers, different strains, different grits of microfiber that can help. You also want to use brand new microfiber. Again, I have like a few different ones that I use that help take stuff off with different applications. But don't use any chemicals. Just use like your breath, hot air, and that's about it that you want to use on these cards. So this is our Kyler Murray. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the back here once I get this other microfiber. Alright, here's the back. You can still see the lines on the card. The top does look a little bit better, but again, you could still see it. So hopefully that is enough to get that PSA 10. I'm going to see if... Let me see this under the scope. Yeah, that doesn't look like a scratch. Sorry for the delay here. Alright, so the front of the card looks really good. Back of the card looks really good. There is still some minor surface imperfections, but hopefully this can get a 10. So thanks for watching, guys. Also, when you're putting your cards in to a soft sleeve, if you just put it in like this, you have a very good chance of catching a corner. So just out of habit, what I always do is I grab the left corner. You can grab the right corner if you want, and I just kind of pinch and twist, and what that does is it opens up the corner like that. So when you put your card in, it slides right in. It does not touch whatsoever. So there we have it. That's our Kyler Murray. This is going to be going off to PSA. I believe it's going back to the customer, and I believe it's going to go back to PSA. So, beautiful card. One of my favorite Kyler Murrays of his rookie year. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope that helped. If it did, please leave a like down below. It helps the channel out a lot. And if you're not already, if you want to subscribe to see more updates and more card reviews, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Click the notification bell if you want to be notified when the videos are posted. This is SubHub. I'm Dusty, and I'm out.